Hello and welcome. This is Susan Lopresti, and you are listening to the Susan Lopresti Wellness, Mind, Body, and Soul podcast. I am so grateful to have you here with me today. My podcast is for midlife and mature women who are noticing changes to their health and well being due to aging. I help women to make simple lifestyle changes that have significant benefits to reclaiming their health so that they may continue to live long, healthy, productive lives for many years to come. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about stress and how it can affect your physical and mental health. But the good news is that there are ways to manage stress. And if your life is very stressful, and whose is not today, you should make stress management a priority in your life. There are techniques we can use to help manage stress, boost healing, decrease pain, and regulate our nervous system for a decreased stress response. Have you ever heard of fight or flight? When we experience a sudden sense of danger or we are under an enormous amount of stress, we activate our fight or flight body response, getting the body ready to either flee or fight. In our experience of daily stress, there is no place to run or hide, and the stressful situation is not one that can easily be fought off. In the hunter gatherer days, we would get chased by wild animals and we would react and quickly find our way to safety. So our fight or flight response would turn on and then turn off as needed. In today's world, with chronic high stress never letting up, the body stays in high gear. With stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol running through our body, this creates wear and tear on the body and mind, and over time can create a multitude of health problems such as chronic stress, anxiety, mood swings, gut inflammation, and so many more. The good news is that our body contains a powerful nerve that assists with decreasing our fight or flight response. The vagus nerve is the longest cranial nerve running from your brain all the way to your large intestines. The vagus nerve travels down the left side of your body. The vagus nerve system acts to counterbalance the fight or flight system and can trigger a relaxation response in our body. It is one of the cranial nerves that connects the brain to the body. The vagus nerve is a major part of how our bodies and our brain functions. Without it, our bodies wouldn't be able to do basic tasks. And by stimulating it, we can receive powerful health benefits. One of the main ways that you can stimulate the healthy function of the vagus nerve is through deep, slow belly breathing. You can learn to use breathing exercises to shift your focus away from stress or pain. The human mind processes one thing at a time. If you focus on the rhythm of your breathing, you're not focused on the stressor. The moment we anticipate stress in any form, most of us tend to stop breathing and hold our breath. Breath holding activates the fight, flight, or freeze response. It tends to increase the sensation of pain, stiffness, anxiety, and fear. To practice deep breathing, inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Remember to breathe more slowly. Aim for 6 breaths per minute. Breathe more deeply from the belly, thinking about expanding your abdomen and widening your rib cage as you inhale. Exhale longer than you inhale. It's the exhale that triggers the relaxation response. Additional techniques for stimulating the vagus nerve include loud gargling with water or loud singing activates our vocal cords, which in turn stimulates the vagus nerve. Foot massage also helps to stimulate the vagus nerve. So, gentle or firm touch can assist in stimulation of the vagus nerve. Cold water immersion is where you immerse your forehead, your eyes, and at least 2/3 of both of your cheeks in cold water. This elicits the vagus nerve, decreasing heart rate, stimulating the intestines, and turns on the immune system. Eating fiber stimulates vagus impulses to the brain, slowing the gut movements and making us feel fuller after meals. Laughter also helps. Having a good laugh lifts your mood, boosts your immune system, and stimulates the vagus nerve. We have to keep reminding ourselves that being under stress constantly doesn't allow cortisol to shut off. And when it is consistently in our system, we begin to create inflammation in the body, which first will lead to pain and if not addressed, will eventually lead to chronic disease. We don't always have to let stressful situations negatively affect our mind and our body. We can stimulate our vagus nerve to send messages to our body that it's time to relax and de stress, which leads to long term improvements in mood, pain management, well being, and resilience. Damage to the vagus nerve can result in a range of symptoms because the nerve is so long and it affects many areas. So it can cause difficulty speaking, loss or change of voice, difficulty swallowing, loss of the gag reflex, low blood pressure, slow or fast heart rate, changes in the digestive process, nausea or vomiting, abdominal bloating or pain, depression and anxiety. So, how do we calm the vagus nerve naturally? First, turn your head to one side while lying on your back. With 2 or 3 fingers, touch up the side of your neck until you feel the carotid pulse under your finger. Work your finger gently up and down the cord like tissue to massage the carotid sinus and the vagus nerve. You can also use ice packs to calm your body and your mind. You can ice your sternum. Your vagus nerve runs from the base of your brain to your intestines and it goes straight by your heart and your lungs. Putting an ice pack on your sternum right over your chest is a simple way to stimulate your vagus nerve. You can also use a bag of frozen peas or ice cubes wrapped in a paper towel or whatever else you have handy in a pinch. You could also put a cold towel on your neck. Since your vagus nerve is the communication line from your brain to the rest of your body, your neck is a good place to apply cold. If you're feeling anxious, try soaking a hand towel in cold water and placing it around the back of your neck. You may also try something that's a little bit more radical, and we'll call it bowl diving. If you want to step things up a bit, you can try bowl diving, sticking your entire face in a large bowl of ice water to bring yourself down from a panic state. Bowl diving is a little more intense than icing your sternum or putting a cold towel around your neck. and the resulting shock to your vagus nerve will be greater. If you're feeling especially anxious and want to regain control, bowl diving may be a good choice. So I just wanted to make you aware of this. And if this seems like something that you'd like to learn a little bit more about, I suggest you do some research on your own about the vagus nerve. And if you're struggling with anything in your health and well being, you could go to my website at www.susanlopresti.com and you can schedule a free 30-minute health assessment with me. And we'll talk about what's going on with you, and we can determine together if we would be a good match for each other. Until the next time, be well. Stay happy, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye for now.